So we left off. We found her, but she shot herself. So yeah, that's the thing. What do we even do? Apparently, I'm a notorious corrupt cop. Maybe. Can't believe she killed herself. Oh, hold on. I think we're both a little too old for that, Scoop. It's great to you. Watch any of the game awards? Some interesting games coming out for show. Yeah, I can play some Fall Guys in a bit. I think I'm nearing the conclusion of this game, or at least starting to get spicy. Let's fast travel. Assuming we can. Don't understand like when you can fast travel, when you can't. How to even do it properly. All right. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be done with this game. I think I'm pretty close to like the end. I'm guessing I just can't fast travel. Maybe I can fast travel if I'm at the. Yeah, I was able to fast travel once in this game. No idea how I did before. Joyce isn't even over there anymore.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon. Snowflakes stick to your Kvalson KR2 multi-tool. It looks impressive. But what can it do against military-grade weaponry? Be prepared. Wield Ruby's double-barreled pistol.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Alright, shit. We got 2 bullets.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this? The Mercenary Tribunal. My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene. If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
Alright, it's the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
You're probably gonna get killed too. I think I'm gonna kill you. I didn't think I had it in me to kill a cop.
To your left, you hear the lieutenant cock his gun.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, your fingers holding the grip of a gun that has just taken a life tingle. Go for it, it seems to say. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it, the big one. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around.
Rhetoric.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Let's go with you were called down on once. What happened?
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time. Burn villages. Shit that sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Crenell for much longer. Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left!
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
For God's sake, tell them the Hardys didn't do it. Present a case.
Yeah? Who did that?
I mean, Ruby's dead. Did you say it was Ruby?
Yeah? Who the fuck is Ruby?
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
A suspect. Ruby is a suspect we chased down on the coast. She was hiding.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? How about the kid? Go ahead. Tell me that confusing shit one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call.
Oh, God.
Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal. You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid fuck! Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid! The company bitch is gone. Laylee's cunt is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
Oh, man. They're trying to shoot him.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out. Rip you open.
The gunner, the raddest, the killer. What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Cloven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21. About 50 little stick figures, all of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end. These men served in Seminai, the native islanders. The 2 little white figures in the end are from when they moved to Rivershaw. They're recent.
You're a tit-sucking pig. I'm gonna show you, killer.
What are we waiting for? Let's blow that pig fucking mouth off his face.
Lance Corporal, just fucking shut up and wait for your order.
Oh, my God. If they're trying to shoot him, I definitely am not. I don't want to shoot him. I'm gonna stand there.
What's the matter, loincloth? Got your mouth full of dick? Think I'm gonna spare you? My brother is dead.
Shit, this is it. Tell him anything. Tell him you have more information.
Rude. Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Oh god. Red check. Oh, we might be dead here.
You leap left.
Oh wow.
A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Whenever you killed, I'd be
The man
immortal.
tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left, Nepal is about to take a shot too, at Kim.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from Nepal's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger. A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death.
Well, that didn't work out. I think we're dead.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out. Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him, a shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. Shoot. Dead. You hear your bloody lips mumble. You try to give him your gun so he'd understand. But he does not. He doesn't look into your eyes and see the fear there. He just shakes his head, still crouched over you. You hear a distant gunshot, velvety smooth. A red circle has appeared on the lieutenant's jacket. It's growing fast, like a pillow. He falls on you, cold nylon and blood slumped on you. As the lights go out, all the lights. The last thing you hear is the sound of his spectacles landing on the pavement next to you.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Kim, there is no Kim. There is no fight. It's over. It was.
Have mercy on yourself. Take the door.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
There is a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see Kuno's familiar shape in the found pants. It turns double, then triple from the pain. He says,
Coinslot's dead?
You can barely hear him. The pain is so bad.
Just kidding, Piggo. The boo-boo wagon took the Beano Cloud away. He's probably gonna live. To the hospital, fucktard. Try to keep up with Kuno. They say you got a lot of people killed, like half the town. They say you didn't do shit. I guess that's cool. So I thought I'd stick around.
He's not saying Kuno. He's saying I, and not calling you a or a pig. Is he ill or something?
Nah, Kuno's just off speed for a few days. Being off speed makes Kuno sad. Makes Kuno think about shit. Now's not the time to shit the bed, pig. Come on, Bacon Man. Kuno's gonna help you hold your shit in.
Sounds like he's all right after all.
Yeah, it was a fucking massacre. You and Kuno are the only ones left here.
Relax. The kid is just messing with you. There were only 10 people present at the fight. 10 times more than that is very unlikely.
Titus died. Some of his goons, too. The whole fucking harbour is in lockdown right now. Even Kuno can't get in. Yeah, she's way gone pig. Kuno's been here for 2 days, and Baby Beard and you are the only fucks in the building. Rich bitch. Yeah, probably. Boat's gone. Kuno'd be fucking fine, too, if Kuno had a boat. Yeah, fucking dead. Died in the hospital, I hear. Union's all weepy and shit. It's probably your fault.
It probably is. Fucking Butterfingers.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. No one goes in or out. Shit's paranoid now. No problem. Kuno shares the info. You tore some shit up there, pig. Got shot too. How would Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking doctor. Pretty fucking bad, Kuno thinks. But you're one lucky pig. The doc took the bullet out and said you'll live. Are your legs attached to Kuno? Can the Kuno move your legs? The fuck should I know?
You won't be able to dance much.
You keep asking all this weird shit from Kuno that the Kuno has no way of knowing about. Kuno did?
He didn't.
Yeah, some cunt from your station came over and knife fucked you when you were sleeping. Nick's Fuckleave, I think he was called. Said he was a doctor, then fucked off and told me to phone him if you shit yourself.
If he did triage and left, you must be relatively stable. We're detecting druamine in your bloodstream. It's a potent morphine-based painkiller.
Why, in the name of fuck, would Kuno be it? Kuno's fucking smart. Kuno was...
Shit went down. Where we going with it? No reloads.
Go easy, pig. You want to lean on the Kuno or something?
Ouch. Ouch. The kid turns double for a second. Damn, that hurts. Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over.
So, how is it? Yeah, you got lucky there, pig. Maybe now Kuno can show you what real, brutal, hard music is.
Still, you see something akin to respect in his eyes.
Baby Beard was in here. Was probably a bitch to clean this shit up.
Baby Beard. That can only be got.
Yeah, fucking Baby Beard. 2 days. Kuno's been out longer sleeping off the speed train. Two days is nothing to the Kuno. So, listen, pig. Kuno's been thinking about shit and, this scene is dead. Kuno's out of here. Might as well be a pig. Big up fucky fingers on me way out.
Kid would make a half-decent sharpshooter. He is streetwise, knows the neighborhood, knows the people. He could be useful.
No, we're not taking Kuno.
Sorry for what? For not adding Kuno to your shit, yo? Kuno's not sorry. Kuno's glad. I was just kidding too. You couldn't get Kuno for $1 million real. Fuck you, okay? Yes, Gimp. What are you gonna do now? Ride out of here on your shit river? You'll die alone? Kuno doesn't give a shit now. Too late.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
$6:50 a.m.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork. Very little. This is a daily write-up. He's just started copying notes from his notebook. HDB 41 0803.1111. The Furies are at home in the mirror. 28 kilometers to the northeast, in the infirmary of Precinct 57, Lieutenant Kim Pinball Kitsuragi rests under a heart monitor. A triage sign, colored yellow. "Why are you here?" asked the man. "To inquire about the Lieutenant Efrater, sir." "I am his partner," says Satellite Officer Jean Vicmer. "Then why are you wasting time here?" coughs Kim. "He's out there, in Martinez, unsupervised, without cover. You need to get there." On his right-hand side, a little blue note. He went with the Furies. Perhaps the internal strife it implies was not so off after all. Or perhaps this year you can see references to The Child, Dom's Unfinished 2, Motorcycle Emptiness, half a dozen stolen property cases, titled Crossword Puzzles 2 to 2000. You see the same two neon-lit shapes. A man, and this is amateur ballistics. She left a trajectory for you. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles. The island in the bay. Obviously. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. Your voice sounds hollow in the deserted room. You are alone. A powerful gust of wind coming in from the bay rattles the window pane. The lead is flimsy, but what else is there? There, across the grey water, among crumbling concrete, it is the fucking island away. But how will you get to the island? There were boats there. You should ask around.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you defended maybe putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. I hope at least your partner is recovering quickly. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Ah, them. Nice people, but no. Lena said they were going back to Jamrock. I saw them pass by outside. This was before the fight started. I'm glad she got out of here before all that. Bullets flying and stuff. Yes, you know, and I went outside and took care of it.
He's almost completely forgotten what this began with.
I mean, you're a detective. Perhaps you can track them down.
You'll see her again one day. You know it.
I don't remember everyone who comes here. And many people... Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass. Yeah, I don't know. Clients... No problem.
Oh, that was shit. Where's your buddies at?
Seeing you approach, the bruised man.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
Damn songbird of misery, that one. God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything... Oh, yeah. He said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
She's gone. Face it.
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss, sweat, and booze. While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus, Theo,
Oh shit,
Dennis,
everyone
Angie,
died.
Elizabeth, they're all gone.
There's nothing left. Nothing.
The eyes looking back at you from the narrow...
Yeah, you too. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
Well, maybe if you would have gave me some information in the beginning, I would have had time. But no, I had to go do illegal. Oh shit.
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mamadakwa? No, it's probably just your... There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. Yeah, but how are you going to catch it? It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age. Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again. The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. This was Cindy the Scar. The red-dyed fuel oil glistens. This was painted very recently, and blood, some of it may even be yours. Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? Okay, sorry.
Just open it.
Officer, Care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt. Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handout?
Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it. No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say. It is what it is. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must... René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies. That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests. There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the Bells of Revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece.
Well, I guess some people died. And there's never anything to do with gun. Okay. There are a lot of checks we could do, but I don't think they would have mattered.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible. Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
You didn't only get shot.
Well, good for you. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who had?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge. If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eye.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you?
Enter from the south side.
A skiff with a small steering engine. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this. There. This is now a rock and roll skiff. It'll keep you company on this lonely voyage. Very cool. Now tune it to Sad FM. Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs.
Definitely gonna get one of the worst endings. I control the boat now. Should have arrested her. That oil in the water?
The boat comes to a slow stop. You turn the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. The time has come. The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast for bringing supplies, munitions, and fuel. You could also raise it in order to lock the western bay of Revachol. Enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. Enemies of madness, lunacy, of the apocalypse taking place here. The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work, of great importance to the few who attend. Elysium. This feels familiar somehow. The uninhabited archipelago, a DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, the face in the sea, as they call it. Insulindian Citizens Militia, the official name of the Communards Army, the Army of the Revolution. Sounds an awful lot like. Although it's difficult to say for sure, the RCM may descend from the ICM at some dark point in the past, with its horns in the sky. 44 years is not enough time to hide what happened here. One of the barrels from earlier was an old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift. It's cold, rust flakes off, and sticks to your palm. Downstairs somewhere, or into the lighting perhaps? You can't tell. The industrial smell of mazout rises from the fuel cap. The room fills with a pervasive chemical smell as dark brown liquid flows into the tank. There's a red starter switch on one side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other. Nothing happens. A tiny red light gutters inside the burnt plastic. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover. It stands out because it's freshly washed. Someone has been squatting here very recently. A flash of pain interrupts your thought. Technically speaking, you could rest here if you're hurting. Someone else has. It should be possible. You face the concrete wall. There's less light there in the dark corner. The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Sleep.
Sleep too long? Alright, what do I do by going to sleep? Is that a bad idea? I can't even find the door. How do we go outside? I'm trapped in here? Is this bugged?
Well, how are you doing, Harry? Don't say that. I know this positive thing sounds stupid to you, Harry, but it works. We all have an obligation to be happy. You too. And you will be. Now, just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality. Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say.
Anyway. No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really, we don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it. That's not what figurines do, Harry.
She looks at the headless Found Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say. The figurines don't do anything? Anything at all. But I thought the historic figure she had. Yes, I thought it would be good.
No, please. Please don't give me anything. Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome. I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked these things a long time ago. The headless Fallen Rider especially. But now, only boring hell remains.
They do nothing.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day. The morning. I don't understand. Oh my God, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. I haven't even bought the tickets yet. I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me. Now that I am the ruler of the known world.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her, for effect. All of it. No summaries.
Please, Harry, I just don't have time for this. Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now? Then why are you doing this? Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left, on Voyager Road. It was autumn. The first autumn. But Harry, please understand, it was 1,000,000 years ago. No, it was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I am no longer that person.
Poor Harry.
This has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her.
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex. The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. A It's like a ticket stub, Harry. Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first, I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me, talk to me about anything, go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now.
That's sharp and precise.
No, it's all you. I always loved you for it, but it could not save us. It could not make me stay. 42. That is the light rail that took me to Coron, to school and work. Every morning. It's the same stop I met you at, Harry. 100,000 million years ago. No human being should still remember the position of atoms such eons ago. It must feel unnaturally sad. And my crown of immortality. No, can't you see?
It wouldn't be a cheap rental this time.
No, it's too late. I found someone for whom I feel the same love I did for you. Only this...
Your heart burns.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny?
She smiles mysteriously, looking east.
It's here. We are on Voyager Road. There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money, it was not good. Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do, it's not. But... I don't know why I said but. There is no but. That's it, yes.
Where in hell?
See? It just takes some time. For you, I think it'll take something like 20 years, maybe. It was hard for me too, but I can. Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone. No, Harry. We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice, and then give up. By that logic.
Yes, of course. I don't know. Please. Harry, we can't be together because you're insane.
They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get hold of herself.
You know what I mean. A cop. You've worked there for so long you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now.
No.
In descending order, usually. It's best to do them like that.
It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. You only communicated with encyclopedic trivia. I was so alone. In conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova.
Red check. Probably gonna fail this one. Oh my god, Harry. Embarrassing.
Your feet still tremble from the steps you took, as if over an enormous distance, standing against her. Her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck.
Wow.
Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Who says that? I have ruled with kindness. Besides, you're only saying this because things didn't work out between us. You were very bad to me too. We've talked. I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
Lies, sire. She cannot but love you. She has said so 100 times.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight. I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago? Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago. Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Well, that probably was a great amount of sleep.
Your surroundings are undisturbed. While you slept, you were alone. Now that you're awake, you're still alone. The sheets are stained red. Your blood's been running again. Keep it together. Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor. Most are soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective story. Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin. Husband and wife. Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders. Not that you can tell. This is a... You do feel... The print in... Soft covers, serialized fantastique, and detectives. Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet, a rattling sound like teeth. The keyboard hasn't been functional in decades. This must be the console of another radio computer, albeit a much, much older model. Urgence Ouvert reads one dial key. Allumer reads another. This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer. The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. The dial slides under the dusty glass, dark and silent, despite the power being on. You make out defunct stations. It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend, i.e., it cannot be remote control. The door comes screeching to a halt. Behind it, you see a hole in the concrete wall, where light shines in. Pollen drifts in the light shaft. There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall. This is B triple prime on the island. A nest, a single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Morteri. Contemporary Rivisholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the same rare brand from Land's End before. Interesting. There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in the box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room. Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this. The wind blows suddenly. The clear surface of the water shudders. Yes, this is it. In the north, something moves, leaving circles on the water. No answer comes, not even a whisper on the water.
Nice.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea, leave it all, and walk in.
Stop trying to kill me, brain. Always trying to kill me. And I wish I would have taken that shot. At least attempted it. I thought I could maybe resolve things peacefully. Broken dinghy.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. I did. And you opened it. How? Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water. Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate, hip-gyrating, mental illness music. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done. It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
Military aid from our brothers in the Signal commune.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now, like chalk wiped from the board. You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank. You fascies are pathetic when you're alone. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao. The rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see
Mm-hmm.
The old man blinks slowly. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response. Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender. Yes, recruited from Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Arion, consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago. 43 years and 10 months. It's inhuman. It's sick. It's not how a human being should live, but I had to. I couldn't just forget. Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers.
Always waiting. For her to return. Girl, child, revolution. It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do. You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans ce land. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
You're insane. Radio shows, speed racing, sporting goods. None of it is real. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the second for reaction to take hold. May the 13th, 08, it's not enough. The total combined power of international capital. There's nothing serious in this world. I've used it for killing people.
You can smell it.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. I've used it to kill people.
When? Before or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But this is what you live for. The great serotonin jackpot. The solution. Going straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy. I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
He's practically admitting to it.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Look at the gun.
Stupid twat. Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. Your brain is rotting from radio.
But still, somehow you knew it was a communist. Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case. The vision was you remembering that. Was it supposed to? The inland sea is dark, vast, and on the surface, meaningless.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size. Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
He must get around a lot, to stay undetected all these years.
I may. Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach the city. With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst. Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything. You know peacetime laws in moral intern affiliated nations forbid it. It's a rarity.
Yes, it's a real gun. Not like that little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberal. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
Like, fuck you did. You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip right into them. Got the fat kid killed. The old man, too. None of those people mean anything to you.
You're getting diverted. Push the gun. Only the gun matters.
You let them all die. Pranced around. Let your little friend be shot too. I know what it feels like. I lost people because I was weak too. Who are you trying to prove this to, huh? Your friend. He's not here. He's dead, isn't he? The world will rejoice when he dies. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol. I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own, and so they did. Yes?
Now, a motive. You still need a motive. He could say he was taking the fall for someone. Insane. Coerced. It's useless in court without a motive. Don't mess this up.
I'm always looking.
He has his specific device for it, though.
No. A rifle scope has better magnification.
Click.
Then I pull the trigger. Think of it as a form of critique.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But
this guy's fucked up.
You can't have everything. There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know. Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something. No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes, the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore. Maybe I have these holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you. Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, hiding something in the water. Her passport and tickets to Villiers.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
After she was gone? No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
It didn't say Clausia in there. It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo. Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealer.
The bruises. Can you make that out in a scope? And the fact that she was a spook? How did he come to that?
You can't see that through a scope. It's just a blur there.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Oh, yes. With a clip.
Good for listening in, too.
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martinez. Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. You'd turn it on inside, and it'd get so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake. He must know his way around a creaky floorboard and a rusty hinge on a door.
I can just walk in the hostel now after a good wash. They all think I'm an antisocial, a vagrant. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty then. I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
What about them?
There. He's already admitted to it. Just ask.
I did. I shouldn't have. It was a mistake. I was there one night, and she was crying. Like a child. The day after Yes. I don't know why I do the...
Neither does he. He lowers his head.
Her. Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days. Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week, at the island, like she knew. She'd look, at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40 stories. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and he knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out. The old man falls silent, staring at your feet. The burnt logs.
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. The familiar put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is because of the pump.
Oh,
yes,
too much.
The fly larva in his container. Not since the serfs of intense, like animals. Like the worst of the worst. Every morning he's there. That's all the rich really... We did good when we...
The disco whores are too... There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be...
Glad. It's all gone. Huh?
The words feel heavy, like they're coming from the bottom of you. You said them 1,000 times. It feels like a spell.
But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic, involuntary movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken. Little shivers of waves appear.
Die. What if I don't want to? What if I want to stay here?
Look, he's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other, but then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
A farce. This world. Is this us?
Your skin crawls.
Oh shit. It's the cryptid.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb. It's still there. An unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds. Kim who? There's no Kim here either.
He's right. You've lost your mind. There is only the old man and the giant stick insect spinning slowly. The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. No one hears you whisper. Behind you, the straggler sits despondently by the fire. He not as much as glances at the gigantic insect to his right, nor does it look at him. Its antennae take their measure of slowly. With your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now. Looking up, the insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales. Breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. Suddenly, there is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own, praying to you. Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses. Silence. Click. The foam slowly turns a darker tone, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating on nothing in particular. Then the little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Then I will tell you what it's like for me. Fire? Where? I do not have fire inside me. In me. There is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a one palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness. No, you are awake. I am real. Shapes of plants and I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light, it only feels like something to be me. Few of us can begin to, even when you're sleeping. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck. That must be incredibly hard. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. But from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral. In honor of your passing, I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the insulated Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys. No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, I have stayed hidden through full forms of government, and so am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. Yes, no one believed I exist. Almost no one. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily can also eat it.
Wait, so... Yes, of course. The 3 meters tall stick insect would be offended.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3 meter stick insect to tell you that.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Alright, so I met a imaginary beast. Reed beast. Let's go arrest this guy who's also crazy.
And just like that, it's gone. And something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items. Yes, it's light enough to do that. Keep your eyes on the prize. It looks like material for some kind of nest.
Got a helmet? Oh, that's the, oh. So if I would have got the leg pieces and the feet pieces, I could have the full setup. The armor piece. Am I already wearing it? No. Oh, there it is. Wait, so I got right for Let's go. But as for the passport stuff.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie. Clausia's hidden documents from the empty boy. It's Clausia, with short black hair and the woman on the photo does not reply. She looks at you, and not Anouk Maya Smith, like she told you. Anouk Maya Smith. Even worse, Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name. Where Clausia comes from, remember? God damn it. The girl on the passport looks at you with no answer.
Completely the Basman thing.
What is it?
Something.
What do you want from...
Something is very wrong with him now.
See?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. A light shiver passes him. The trembling mouth appears to sigh. That's all. You've fried him. He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should. No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden.
I lost...
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched, and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. He seems oblivious to the question. The waves slowly lap again. The old man holds himself for warmth. His gaze is vacantly directed toward the mainland.
So am I just gonna leave him here?
The old man stares at the reeds. His face, he seems oblivious. He stares into the reeds. The blacks of his eyes.
Oh, I'm a shit cop. I'm just gonna let murderer loose. But that's about, what we've been doing.
The skiff is... You climb into the boat and start the engine. The skiff rocks gently under your weight, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought in. I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton. Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on, it's hard to tell.
Vic, calm down.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Harry, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to batter you up after you told us to fuck off. I didn't lie to you. No one lies to you. You were so fucked up on booze you couldn't recognize your own partner.
That's the horse-faced woman. Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm Trond Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trond Heidelstam. Mikael? Mikael is my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikael wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence. Again. I was asked to share my take on some of the more fringe academic theories developed in Königstein in the 30s.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trond fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk. Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style, your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die. You were crying hysterically. You were drunk, breaking things, being emotionally abusive. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage, Detective God.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Son of fucking Long here. Detective far out son of Long on the case. Yes, it's really hard to believe, because it's idiotic and not true. It's not possible to wipe your own memory, even with the amount of buttered Pilsner you down every hour. You're simply lying, or insane.
Detective Vigmer, I'm not saying he's the son of Lung, but lying? I mean, he has blacked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case,
The other when we looked into that mural.
The 2 cases in your ledger, those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input.
Shoot. Things went downhill, Bats. I found the girl who we thought maybe could have done the murder. She shot herself. Then we met all the Marines or whatever, the soldiers. They shot like half the town up. Shot me. Shot Kim. Kim's in the hospital. I found the real murderer. And now I guess I found my cop buddies. So, I don't know what's going on.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes.
We made a lot of bad decisions.
Live here for 40 years.
A lot of bad
As a
rolls,
police
too.
detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Fuck you all of you.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. Yeah. Just stand there. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. Time had come. Tequila sunset.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired. And I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge. We're not armor cops. We're cops. People don't know us by our armor. They know us by our badges. You called in and said you lost yours. Have you found it?
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Alright, we have tons of skill points. Let's use some. I don't even know how many we have. Oh, I have like 10. Hand-eye coordination. Where's that? %83 chance. Good roll.
Not today, badge.
No drama.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
I have a new gun now. Is it Ruby's gun?
I don't care if you have a new gun. I only care about your old gun. Your official sidearm. You lost it, didn't you? I don't care. Where is the gun the RCM gave you to kill people with? Where is that one? I knew it. I told you you wouldn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
I would say it's very bad, yes. You're drunk like an asshole, Harry. Please, put the stolen firearm away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
The man doesn't reply. You should have done a better job, is what it's saying.
What you've discovered?
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head, or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is barely clinging to life in the hospital. Harry, it was fucking mass murder. You went in drunk and got people killed. Why are you even here after Kitsuragi got shot? What else could you possibly fuck up? A straggler from the revolution. You just left him on the island, unguarded?
There is a perfect explanation for that.
This is not a joke. We will dump you, Harry. We will leave you here, and you'll be just another bum on the coast. Take this as your trial. Stop fucking around. This sounds insane, Harry. What did you do on that island? What happened to you?
Lieutenant, please. The straggler, just stick to that. You said you solved the case.
She's right. This is not going well for you. You have to present something coherent and sane.
So maybe we should stop talking about the Phasmid we found?
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grat, where they have patronyms. Krasov. This man would be...
Oh, he thinks this deep.
It is what a soldier of the ICA...
Okay, Trant. Thank you. I get it. Harry, no more giant insects. You said you have a motive?
It was jealousy.
Fine. Brilliant theory. A real masterpiece. You'll get a station call and you can tell all about it to some other officer. We'll send the Coast Guard to the island. Maybe they'll find your giant insect too.
Jean, maybe...
Judy's drunk. It's cold. I'm fucking freezing. Let's get him to the station when he's sobered up. In 2 weeks or something. Of course. There is no motive. No, I don't.
You know, Harry, if I may interrupt again, it would help if you had evidence. Any proof, and I'd play ball here.
Put the best proof forth, as solid as you've got.
Some kind of, what were they called? A bower? Yes. Things collected for a mating display. This would indicate a male, but I don't know of insects displaying bowery behavior.
It's a helmet from the victim. Nothing about this even remotely proves the existence of it. You experience a delirium hallucination. It's typical of cognitive damage from chronic alcoholism, which is what you have. So you started seeing shit in the rids. Bugs everywhere. Plants turning into bugs. It's a typical hallucination. Every drunk past the age of 40 has seen it.
You're right about that.
That's it. You know, maybe you should become a beach bum. Just a thought. Because this...
God, we're so bad in this game. All because I didn't follow that one dude's request.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's...
Jean, it's his style. He does side cases. I'm sure it was important enough.
It's not what he was sent here to do. He was sent here to solve a murder.
Damn. Now it sounds like you were just wasting time.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary match. This man...
It is.
Okay, Trant. Thank you. I get it. Harry. No more giant ins... Fine. Brilliant theory.
Jean, maybe...
Judy's drunk. It's cold, of course.
Thought we
There is
had
no
the
motive.
motive.
No. Sure, you get the case together. You can do police work. In bouts. That's not a surprise to me. Even the insect. I don't care. But you're an alcoholic. And you've been drinking. Again. I won't let my life unravel because of this.
I don't think. When did I didn't drink.
He has. That's true.
It's tough. One of the toughest addictions to overcome. Comparable only to heavy synthetic opiates. Even morphine is easier to kick than alcohol, statistically.
He's too old. He's been like this for too long. I've seen him try many times. It's a farce by now.
For revenge, think you can detect in Jamrock, Boogie Street, Kuron, Leroyam, Underground, Coal City, on the 881. It will all be yours to sift through when the last snow has melted.
No. We're done, Harry. You're drunk. You'll get a station call once you've sobered up.
The farce needs to end. Everyone sees that.
About who you are? No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the...
Dora something. Dora England.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time. Yeah, you're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing, I think. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. Incredibly bangable. Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Way fish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Oh, I didn't see it. I stopped watching the thing. So excited to play it though.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic
I'm not sure if you played the demo,
Good
but
talk
at
to
least
that.
if you play it in Japanese, at least anyone like most of the cashiers and stuff speak English. So I just yeah, I don't think I can do it with the Yakuza series.
In other words,
I think it's gonna have to be Japanese.
This.
Well, you can do that in all the spare time you're going to have.
Jean.
She listens to you, sadly. The wind blows.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true.
Okay. It's an understaffed station where there's too much work, so we need to get back. Goodbye, Harry. And I know it won't happen, but...
A grey rain falls on Martinez.
If you make it, if you've been sober for 10 months, tell us. I'll work with you again. But not like this. Never like this again. This is over.
Well, We fucked up all that. I mean, that went really bad. What's IW? Oh, Infinite Wall. Yeah, I'm super pumped. That's like an immediate play for me. I don't think I drank at all during the... I didn't like the ending. I feel like I didn't deserve the ending that I ended up getting. Yeah, we got a very bad ending. Alright, while the credits roll, I'm gonna be right back. You know, I hate games that don't let you skip credits. Cal James. Hits F ***** T. My one issue with this game is it's a little bit overly wordy. I can't imagine playing this before they added voice acting to it.